Since that time, we have gone through 5 phases as follows. 1, bring back part of the small island of the 3 C's and 3 T's. 2, expand the island. More coffee, more tea, more tourism. 3, diversify the economy by commercializing new products such as fruits, bananas, fish, dairy products, beef, sugar, cassava, leather, wood products, etc. 4, add value to some of the raw materials such as textiles, dairy products, sugar, so that you produce finished products. 5, enter the knowledge economy by producing products of the intellect, such as automobiles, vaccines, etc. However, to go into the 5 phases, apart from peace, you need infrastructure and a skilled and healthy population. We have therefore invested in electricity generation, roads constructions, building schools and health centers. These modest efforts have seen the economy grow from a miserable $4 billion in 1986 to now $55 billion by the foreign exchange rate method, or $168.5 billion by the PPP method. We are not satisfied with this. Much of this $55 billion is raw materials. By merely adding value to a spectrum of these raw materials, such as coffee, cereals, minerals, etc., we intend to grow the economy to $500 billion in the coming few years. We therefore invite investors from the world to come and help us to do this rapid transformation of our economy and society, as they also benefit because the internal rate of return in Uganda is 14.1%. This is when we still have high transport costs and also some high cost of electricity. Once we build the railway, a modern railway to the ocean, the internal rate of return will be much higher than this. You can compare this internal rate of return with what you get in other areas. Uganda now is classified as a lower middle income country. It will, however, rapidly grow into a high middle income country and eventually into a first world country. To achieve these goals, as already stated, we need to add value to the large spectrum of our agricultural raw materials: coffee, bananas, fruits, cotton, oil seeds, cassava, maize, tea, dairy, beef, poultry products, fish, forest products, sugar, etc., and mineral raw materials such as gold, iron ore, phosphates, lithium, uranium, petroleum, gas, etc. The efforts of value addition to raw materials are part of sector 2 of the economy. This is manufacturing. The other sectors are commercial agriculture, that will generate some of the required raw materials, services such as tourism, hospitality, transport, professional services, etc., and ICT. I salute our African brothers and sisters in East Africa and in the whole continent. With clear vision, we agreed that when you produce a good or a service, you need to sell that good. The more you sell, the better for our prosperity. The internal market of Uganda, of 46 million people, is not enough to support large-scale sustained production of goods and services, especially when their purchasing power is still low. Already Uganda has got surplus of many products: maize, milk, beef, bananas, steel products, cement, tubes and tires, textiles, cassava products, etc., etc. How would the Ugandan economy grow if we did not have the East African market? If we did not have the COMESA market? COMESA is the common market of Central and East Southern Africa, and the wider African market under the CFTA, the Continental Free Trade Area. I would like, therefore, to assure investors from outside that the Africans have already laid down a lucrative market for investment by having a common market, the CFTA of the whole of Africa. When you invest in Uganda or any brother African countries, you have the assurance of this huge and growing market. The population of Africa will be 2.5 billion in the next 25 years. The population of Uganda will be 106 million in the next 25 years. What many people in the world do not know is that Africa, the origin of man, because all of you are former Africans if you don't know it, has been underpopulated for much of the 4.5 million years of human history, ever since the evolution of the Homo sapiens sapiens. This was because Africa is good for man, but has also been good for man's enemies, such as mosquitoes, the tsetse flies, the microbes, etc., until recently, when modern science has enabled us to suppress these enemies of man. Africa is 12 times the size of India. You can put India 12 times into Africa and it will fit there, in land area, and with a lot of natural resources. However, India has been having a bigger population than Africa until recently. It's now that we have overtaken India and China for the first time in population size. The growth of Africa is now unstoppable. Future leadership in prosperity belongs to Africa without a doubt, as long as we are acting right. As a third-generation anti-colonial freedom fighter from Africa, attending this gathering, I cannot end my remarks without commenting on the chaos and criminality that has been going on in the world, but in particular in the last 600 years. All sorts of criminalities have been committed by bankrupt, greedy, evil, but also ignorant actors. These actors make philosophical mistakes, they make ideological mistakes, they make strategic mistakes. To build global affluence, and prosperity, these mistakes are not necessary.